Hello there and welcome. In this video, I'm going to try to address the question that parents often have uh, when they are considering homeschooling their children. And that question is how to make friends as a homeschooler. Kind of the underlying concern there is if you're homeschooling, the number of other people that you connect with is smaller, and it might be harder to connect with kids and find kids who have similar interests and all that, so it becomes harder to make friends. That's kind of the idea. So we'll delve into just how to make friends as a homeschooler in this video. First part of this video, we're going to be talking about mindset, and in particular, the mindset that's going to be centering your focus on other people, not on the self. Then we're going to be talking about developing the social skills. And there's certain things that you can learn to do and develop to really help you win friends and influence people from Dale Carnegie's stuff. So we'll kind of talk about that. Then we're going to be talking about getting involved with other youth, right? So there are sports and all kinds of different organizations, youth organizations out there that homeschoolers can have their children get involved in, which opens up lots of social opportunities. Fourth, we'll talk about collaborating with other homeschool families. That's how you're going to be able to connect with more kids and even share the load. So the importance of doing that. And then last, we'll look at a real life example of somebody who excelled socially while being homeschooled. So a mindset where you think of other people is going to open up all kinds of avenues for you to develop those skills around other people. When you're thinking and you generally want to know about other people and want to learn about other people, you're concerned about other people, you can empathize with other people, all of those skills are going to help you make friends. You could do a little thought experiment, right? Just think about the people that you would. Two people. One person is unkind, impatient, easily angered, self-centered, egotistical, no hope in them, not perseverant, they quit easy, all of those kind of things. The other person is kind, is perseverant, is hopeful, is positive, is honorable, is empathetic. Who would you rather be around? Right? You do a simple thought experiment and you can easily see that that person whose focus is in genuine interest in other people and has a mindset around that is somebody you would much rather be around. And that's where the social development centers from. So learning how to develop that is invaluable. So the classic book and courses by Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. What he teaches in that will never go out of style, never. And when you have a mindset that is focused on other people, those skills that he teaches become much more natural, right? Those little nuggets like, remembering people's names and using people's names, showing a genuine interest in the other person and wanting to know all about them. When you have the beliefs around those things, those skills of developing those become much easier, much more natural. But it are skills that you need to practice, right? They become easier to develop when you have the right mindset, but you still need to do them and get used to them and get over some of the fears too, like that fear of maybe, oh, did I hear that person's name right? I don't want to use the wrong name, so you don't use their name at all. So there's emotional aspects that can get dealt with as well as you develop those social skills. So obviously, to develop those skills, you want kids interacting with other kids, right? And then inevitably in that whole aspect, there'll be times where they have conflicts and they have, get into little arguments and fights and disagreements and all of those sort of things. And depending on their age, right, depends on how you will address those and teach those life learning skills. Sometimes they just figure it out on their own in that moment. But all of that kind of demands opportunities to interact with kids. Sports teams and clubs and youth organizations like 4-H and scouting and all those kinds of things are wonderful opportunities for kids who are being homeschooled to meet other kids doing similar interests and developing those relationships and getting those interconnections. So from the earliest age, like when they, even preschool, right? You start getting them involved in some of those sort of opportunities that are available. Swim lessons, right? It can be all kinds of things. You should do so. And they are sometimes through schools. So schools, again, depending on state laws, either have to or still provide the opportunities to get into school-related clubs and band, theater, sports, those things. Or it could be community-based. And the larger the community you live in, the more likely it is that you're going to find those community-based programs to get your child enrolled in. Beyond getting your child involved in sports and clubs and those things, it's finding other homeschool families because they're out there. And there's, with a modern day communication and Facebook and social media and just doing Google searches, you can find other homeschool families in your area. Co-ops, that's something I talked about in another video, but when you can bring families together and share the whole teaching aspect too, you can really make a homeschooling into a home school and share the load, share the workload, but also getting more kids together for that opportunity to interact and connect and make friends and the whole socialization aspect. So actively seek out homeschoolers in your area so you can kind of coordinate and collaborate and work together and connect as families. For a real life example, I want to talk about Ryan Gosling because from his own admission, he had troubles connecting with kids early on in public schools. He was bullied a lot. He was born in Canada, went through a hard time when his parents divorced, had a really difficult time connecting with kids in public schools. His mom pulled him out to homeschool him, got him involved in theater, and Mickey Mouse Club was one of his big kind of breaks, so to speak. But it was through those experiences in theater and Mickey Mouse Club that he was able to begin to develop the social connections. And that actually led to his career, acting. He's a well-known actor. But it was those years, that time when he was homeschooled and able to pursue his passions and interests and connections through the Mickey Mouse Club and others, that his social skills developed. He was able to, get away from all that bullying and all that negative aspects that was happening at school and really blossom into the person he became. And he's a very private individual, family life, but he's a well-known actor and who became highly successful in the industry. I invite you to subscribe to our channel, to check out our other videos. You can also find my podcasts if you go to my YouTube channel, so I encourage you to do that. You might be particularly interested in checking out the video, how to help students achieve academic success. So check that video out today.